Change these expressions from written words to algebra expressions. Twice the sum, well, twice of course means 2, twice the sum of a number and 1. Okay, that will be x plus 1 is equal to, of course, will be our equal sign. 4 less than means that I will be having to subtract 4. 5 times the number is 5x. Let's look at this once more. Twice means that we put the 2 down. The sum of a number and 1 is right here. Is equal to is the equal sign. 4 less than is right here, and then 5 times the number is here. All right, we will use the distributive property with the 2 to get 2x plus 2 and 5x minus 4. I know we didn't have to solve this, but let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what it is. I would like my x's to be on one side, so I am going to subtract 2x from both sides. That gives me 2 equals 3x minus 4. Well, since the 3x is on the right, I would like the plain old numbers to be on the left. I am going to add 4 to both sides, giving me 6 equals 3x. Continuing up here where I have more room, 6 equals 3x. I will divide by 3 on both sides, giving me 2 equals x. So let's see if this makes sense. Twice the sum of the number 2 and 1 is equal to 4 less than 5 times the number which we have decided is 2. This means 2 times 3. Does that equal 10 minus 4? Yes, it does. So we were asked to change the expression from written words to algebra, and this is what we got out of that. Then we went ahead and we solved the problem, the equation, and got an answer, and here was the check. Okay, let's do the next problem. 3 times a number is 2 more than 4 times the sum of the number and 1. That's a lot of words. 3 times a number we can write as 3x. Is my equal sign. 2 more than means that I will be adding 2. 4 times something. The sum means addition. The number and 1. So once more, 3 times a number is right here. Is the equal sign. 2 more than is here. 4 times the sum of the number and 1. So this actually is what was asked for. This is an algebra equation that corresponds to the words that were up above. Well, let's go ahead and solve this as well. I've got 3x. I'm going to use the distributive property with the 4 and the x plus 1. Simplifying on the right-hand side, I see that I can add the 4 and the 2 together. Now the plain old number is 6. So let's get our variables on the left-hand side by subtracting 4x from both sides. That gives me negative 1x equals 6. I will divide by negative 1 on both sides to get the x completely alone for a result of negative 6. Let's find out if we like this. 3 times a number is 2 more than 4 times the sum of the number and 1. On the left-hand side, I have negative 18. On the right, I've got 4 times negative 5. I will do that in the next step. So, does negative 18 equal negative 20 plus 2? Yes, indeed, it does. So this was the check. This was the actual result. But what was asked for originally was what is highlighted with the red, which is the algebra statement, algebra equation for all of those words.